You said what?
I doubt you're referring to how women think of you.
Yes, with the way women compliment me, the way children compliment me is top tier notch. That's what I expect because that's just what I'm used to. And if my man is just like, you're pretty.
Let me tell you something. If girls called you pretty,
they do.
But men never did. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't feel the way you feel about yourself. That's a fact. Because
what?
All my friends
girl, boy, you got me fucked up. I call myself pretty. Look at me.
Even ugly people do that though. So like,
but ugly, like, I'm sorry, but like, I actually own a mirror, and there is nothing. It's impossible. You can't call me ugly. It's impossible.
But you're missing the point.
But do you understand what I'm saying? So if I know that I'm beautiful, do you think listen to me? Do not cut me off. Just give me a second. I'm gonna talk, and then I'll let you have the floor. If I know that I'm stunning and gorgeous and just absolutely, I can't believe that I'm real at times. If I know that and I'm with someone and all they do is just, oh yeah, you look pretty. Like I get, yeah, like, hey babe, how's my outfit? How does my makeup look? It's cool.
You're missing the.
Do you understand? That's insane to me. It's almost disrespectful to be okay with that.
You're missing the point, but of course you would.
What's the point? What's the point?
The point is, you saying that you like compliments is not disrespectful. Mm-hmm. But you referencing, right, what you're used to, which at the end of the day is bullshit when you're telling me that, oh, I'm talking about how women and children think I'm pretty. Because
I'll tell you, the other day I went out and a man, you know what?
I'm still talking. I'll let you talk, right?
Go ahead.
Like, what are you doing?
Oh, no.
Like, if children and women were the only people that ever thought you were pretty or said you were pretty, you wouldn't feel the way you did. And that's a fucking fact.
So, okay.
For you to refute that.
Okay. When you say
if all men thought you were ugly, right? But bitches said that you're pretty, you wouldn't feel the way you feel about yourself.
If women.
So when you tell me, oh, this is what I'm used to, I'm not thinking that you're referring to women or children because you're not. It is what it is.
How can this even be a subject for discussion? This is one of those cases where there shouldn't be a need to talk about it, as everything has already been said. He didn't need to go back and forth with her trying to make her understand the meaning of what she said, because she already knows it, and her attempt to make it seem like she meant women and children is only making the whole thing worse.
Okay. So if men didn't think that, but women and children did, when you say you wouldn't feel how you feel about yourself, what does that mean?
Like how you feel like you're so gorgeous.
Well, I think that even if everybody on the planet called me ugly, I'm natural. Like.
Well, the whole point that I'm saying is that when you said.
No, but I do think that it's important. I do think that it's important.
I'm talking. The whole point was that when you said that this is not what I'm used to, you weren't talking about girls. So that's why I said it's disrespectful.
That's not true. See, that's not true. That is you assuming, and you already know what that does to you and me.
She knows she's wrong and is now trying to deflect. He's not making assumptions. Anyone with common sense would understand that she was talking about another man, and that's the disrespect he was referring to. She tried to compare him to guys she dated before, and it backfired badly.
I'm not talking.
I'm not assuming because I just gave you the cold hard facts.
But I'm telling you, you're assuming that I meant that for men. Whenever I told you, that's not what I'm used to. You're assuming that that meant for men, and that's never what came out of my mouth. That was you assuming.
It didn't have to.
See, but that's you again assuming. That's not my fault that you're assuming. I'm literally telling you. And also, just so you know,
you don't state something directly.
That wasn't even indirect either. Because trust me, if I would have said that's not what I'm used to from men, I would have told you that straight up. Straight up. Now, let me tell you something. The way I feel about myself has nothing to do with what children and women and whatever they think about me. I own a mirror, and I have never been ugly. You said, okay, well, now that you told me that that's not what you're used to, then I'll compliment you less. And I said, well, then I'm going to go get it somewhere else.
Okay, cool.
That's what I said that you were mad at? I mean, fucking sprinkle. No, but like literally.
I'm about to hang what are you talking about, nigga? Like, what are you talking about right
now? No.
Like an aura thing, but
I'm sorry, but the man is right. He wants a boyfriend. Are you on the phone with Myron? He can't handle a baddie. You're stunning. Next time, hang up the phone. Girl, what? It's normal to want compliments from your spouse. But there's no need to bring another man into the equation, and that's exactly why they're having this issue. She didn't need to compare him. This is something that could have been discussed without involving anyone else.
Because, excuse me, I am no man's piece. Do not try to fucking humble me. Ever.
He is completely right. This whole situation started because she told him that he doesn't compliment her enough, and that it's not what she's used to. In response to that, he told her that making such comment, implying that other men used to compliment her more, was disrespectful, as comparing him to guys she used to be with isn't the right thing to do. Now she's trying to convince him that she was actually referring to compliments she received from children and other women. But he had a perfect response to that. If the compliments really came only from women and children, she wouldn't be feeling the way she currently does about herself. Also, if what she said is true, then what has changed? She can still receive those same compliments from women and children, so why bring him into it? Why was he added to the equation? The good thing is that this made her realize she's with a confident man. A man who doesn't play games when it comes to his relationship. He didn't let it slide, and hopefully, she learns from this. This kind of situation often leads to unnecessary issues. She knows she was wrong, and all she needed to do was acknowledge that what she said wasn't appropriate and apologize, and things could have gone back to normal. But instead, she tried to frame it as if he was overreacting or making things up. You guys should see the comment section of this video. It was surprising to see so many women saying that she deserves better, that he's not on her level, and that is why he was acting insecure. But they failed to recognize that their opinion would likely be very different if the roles were reversed. Imagine if he had made a similar comment, suggesting he was used to something his ex-girlfriend did. Most of them wouldn't appreciate that either. So I don't understand how they concluded that he doesn't love her just because he pointed out something she did.
Bare minimum or king treatment? Cooking dinner for me once in a while.
King treatment. It is.
You don't do it.
Yeah, no, but it's still king treatment.
No, I think that should be bare minimum.
No.
I'm not saying cooking for me every day. If you listen to what I said once in a while. I'm talking about once a month at least at this point.
Yeah.
Like cooking for me once in a while, that should be bare minimum. That is not king treatment.
Nah, mate, don't get too comfortable. That shit's king
What do you mean,
treatment.
don't get too comfortable? Like, you should cook for me once. Like,
Yeah.
have a romantic dinner.
I could cook for you once, and if I did, it would be king treatment.
So when do I get this?
So she believes that cooking for her man occasionally is considered king's treatment. That alone suggests they're in the wrong relationship. Clearly, she needs to be with someone she genuinely wants to cook for, and he needs to be with a woman who takes pleasure in doing that for him. Compatibility matters, and if something as simple as cooking feels like a favor, it might be a sign that something is not right.
I'll cook for you, but you take control when I try to cook.
I actually feel like you're just going to say king treatment for every single point.
I'll be honest.
You are. Driving to a destination or holiday or a long drive once, at least once, like give me a break.
Obviously, that's king treatment.
That's not.
That is king treatment.
Cooking for your partner should be bare minimum. Why would you date a woman who doesn't cook for you? Cooking is a life skill, not a gender role. Just run, man, and never look back. You'll thank me later. That's so sad. How can you marry someone who doesn't cook for you? I feel like food brings so much love and gives so much love. Cooking for her man should be one of the most basic things she should be willing to do for someone she's in a relationship with. And I was honestly surprised that she considered it king treatment. If she truly believes that, then it's more concerning than I thought. Think about it. She has to cook for herself anyway, so how is sharing that meal or preparing it for someone she claims to care about suddenly elevated to something special? It's not some grand gesture. It's a simple act of care that comes naturally when you genuinely like and value someone. The real takeaway from this video, which he might not have fully picked up on, is that she probably doesn't like or care about him as much as she says she does. Because if she did, cooking for him wouldn't feel like a chore. It would be pleasurable. And it's something he should pay attention to, as it says a lot more about how she feels than her words ever could.
Be a hoe.
Would you recommend a woman go through her whole phase before getting married? For sure.
Why?
I lived in America. You don't go to a whole phase before you get married. That means you never see what the married man can treat you like. There are so many more people during that whole phase that can treat you so much better.
I know for sure that I'm just as confused as everyone else. I honestly don't understand the logic behind it, because what she just said made absolutely no sense. Is she actually suggesting that this is the phase in life to spend time with a married man? Is that what she meant? Is it time to experience what it's like to be with someone else's husband? I'm not sure who she thinks this advice is for, but one thing is certain. It's not helpful to anyone. Didn't he deserve this version of herself? It's strange that she chose to improve herself for someone new instead of her husband. Someone who was likely there for a long time and did what he could for their family. A person who would have appreciated it more. Maybe she sees this as a flex, but it only shows that she put in the effort after the divorce. I'm sure her ex-husband didn't stop her from bettering herself, so I don't understand the point of this post. What actually happened seems like a clear case of complacency. Why didn't she put in the effort while she was in that relationship? Was the gym closed during the marriage? What changed? This is what's wrong with many relationships. Instead of giving their best while married, some do the bare minimum. Then, after a divorce, they suddenly turn things around and post videos like this.